I'm going to go over a list of cheap and simple things that you can do that are going to add resale value to your home. Some of these are so simple, but they're worth talking about. So first, power wash your home, the siding, the soffit, the fascia, your gutters and spouts. Power wash your deck, patio, driveway, your sidewalk. All of this is going to enhance the first impression, and the first impression is so important. As buyers are driving by your house and they see your for sale sign, you want to have your house give them the vibe that, hey, this is a house that's well taken care of. It's something that I think we ought to look at. That's the feeling you want to give. And so by doing the power washing and the detail cleaning on the outside, it really makes a big difference. Now, on the inside, wipe down all the walls, your doors, your trim. If you got scuffs, if discoloration, the magic eraser by Mr. Clean is handy. Just be careful that you don't use it on flat paint, because sometimes you can wash the paint right off with it. And you may need to do some basic touch up on your paint or repaint. I would especially recommend repainting rooms if you've got colors that were once popular that are unpopular today. I would probably neutralize those colors and go with something more soft. Also, this is a big one, and this will freak some of you out. I would remove wallpaper. There was a time in the 80s that wallpaper was huge. That time has now passed, so wallpaper is not as popular. There's certain exceptions, of course, but for the most part, especially busy wallpaper that tends to make rooms feel small. And if you've never done wallpaper before and you're nervous, message me. I've got some really good tips. We used to do fix up houses to resell, and we have to strip a lot of wallpaper. So I've got lots of tips, and there is some chemical that you can use that you can buy at a Lowe's, Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, that you can mix with warm water that will help break down the wallpaper, and it'll come off a whole lot easier. Obviously, there's the steaming that you can do too. Some other things, increase the wattage of the light bulbs in your light fixtures. Now, don't go beyond what the recommended wattage is, but a lot of people are putting 40-watt bulbs in fixtures that are okay up to 75 watts, and it makes the room appear dark, so you want to lighten and brighten. A big thing that I would highly recommend is that your light bulb color, your tone, is all the same. I've seen ceiling fans where there's LED mixed with a normal light bulb, and it just looks weird. You got some of the bulbs are yellow, some of them are that white, some of them have that light blue glow. You want to make sure they're all consistent. Same thing with like your bathrooms. Like if you have vanity mirrors, lamps, you want to make sure they're all exactly the same color, because number one, it looks weird in the photos. So you want to make sure, again, they all match, and it looks better. You squeaky doors, cabinet doors, closet doors, bedroom doors, you want to lubricate those. And obviously a WD-40 works. There's all kinds of things that you can do to lubricate the door. Same thing with your cabinet doors. Open and close all your cabinet doors. Do the same thing with your kitchen and bathroom drawers, and make sure they open and close great and they're not binding. That's a simple deal. Clean your cabinetry. So lots of times when you open, like you probably have a favorite cabinet in your house where you have your snacks that you're always opening and closing, and the oils in our fingers, sometimes if you touch the cabinet, will put a haze on the wood, or if it's a painted cabinet, you might change the color slightly. It might have some fingerprints and things. And so you can clean the cabinets, deep clean the cabinets, and then if where you have that haze, and if it's taken some of the finish off on the cabinets, if it's a wood finished cabinet, there's a product called Old English Scratch Cover that just comes in a little bottle. It's like $8 or $9. You can buy it at GR Smith's, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, places like that. You probably even pick it up like at a department store that has housing stuff, and you basically just put it on a nice soft cloth and you just wipe it on. Sometimes it'll take 1 or 2 passes to really, it'll shine your cabinets, 1, and 2, it'll put some color back on the cabinet without you having to strip the cabinet and refinish it. So to give it a nice look. You can also do that like if you've had a cat or a dog scratch your doors in your house or your trim. This product will do the same thing. And they have different colors. They have light, medium, and dark. And depending on your house, you may need a couple different bottles for the different colors that you've got of your finish for your woodwork. It also works great like on your furniture. So you get a scuff in your dining room table, it'll help cover that and make it look better. Another thing you should do, definitely deep clean your home, and cleaning is cheap. So clean your carpets. And if you need to rent a carpet cleaner, from a department store, they certainly have them and they're not expensive, 25, 30 bucks. If you just have a single spot, the Bissell Spot Bot is a really nice, like if you had a coffee stain or something, you can just get one of those and that'll usually take care of it. If you had a small pet spot, the Spot Bot's usually really good for that, and those are super simple. You want to make your vinyl flooring shine. If you've got tile floor, obviously make it spotless clean. The grout needs to be nice and clean and white. If it has white grout, and clean your ceiling fan blades. You wouldn't believe how many times I go in the houses and the ceiling fan, you're scared to turn it on because you're afraid dust's gonna go flying everywhere. So make sure you wipe those down real good. And then also, here's a couple that you probably don't think about. Your furnace vents in your house. I don't mean go into the vents, but the little grates, the little screens and meshes, and your vent covers, you want to make sure those are clean. And then also your bathroom exhaust fans. So the ones that are either in your ceiling or your wall, where you turn the fan on, it pulls the moisture out of the room. A lot of times you'll see some crud buildup on those. So make sure you wipe those down. And usually you can just take Windex and spray it on a paper towel and wipe it, and that'll usually come off pretty easy. Also, make sure your bathtubs and showers are sparkling clean, and if you have a shower door, make sure it is spotless clean and sparkling on the inside and out. And I have some recommendations on some products. If you have like a milky film on the outside of it, there are some products like CLR, Lime Away, things like that, that'll help you take some of that deposit off, especially if you have well water or you've got public water that has a lot of lime or calcium. Those will help remove those. And again, if you have questions, certainly reach out to us. We're happy to make recommendations on where to get it, and we can share our experiences on those items. And then hardwood floors, if you got hardwood floors, the Murphy's Oil Soap mopping will clean it real nice. There's other products also, but just the most simple, just to give it a nice shine. The Murphy's Oil Soap works wonders. Declutter, that's another big one. Declutter your closets, declutter your countertops, your bath vanities. If you got stacks of magazines on your end table next to your favorite chair, when you come home, you like to sit and read, and all of a sudden there's a stack of magazines that high, it's probably time to get those out. And just if you want to keep them, just throw them in a storage tub and put them in storage until you're moving. And also enhance your yard. The outside of your house is where your first impression really takes place, especially for people driving by your house that are interested in buying. So, having the outside really nice, fresh cut lawn, good landscaping, weeded your landscaping, maybe fresh mulch or flowers, edging your landscaping to make it look sharp or crisp. Same thing, edging like your driveway and your sidewalks make a big difference versus having grass overgrowing on your sidewalk. Again, first impressions are key. These are just some basic things that you can do that really don't cost much, but they will pay you big dividends, not only in potentially getting a higher price out of the home, but making your house stand out over other competing homes that are on the market. And so when the market becomes more competitive, these tips go even further as a benefit to you if you take the time to do it. Now, watch for another upcoming video, because I'm going to do another video on this topic where if you're willing to take on some smaller projects, like countertops or refinishing your cabinets or new hardware for your cabinets and light fixtures. I've got all kinds of tips on things that you can do that will require a little bit of an investment, but they'll pay even bigger dividends. So like I said, stay tuned for a future video, and thanks for watching. If you have questions, feel free to give us a call, 740-397-7800. I'm Sam Miller with RE/MAX Stars Realty. Thanks for watching. Bye.